Okay, so the good news is you actually have all the skills to answer these questions already. If you've done task 1 and task 2, and you did task 3 last week, then you've got everything you need to answer these questions. No problem. This is about putting it together to answer a question that comes in this format, where I'm just asked literally for, find the equation of the line passing through, here's the points. Now, what we're looking for at the end is something as the form y equals something times x plus something. So that y equals mx plus c form. So all that we have to do is start from the top and work our way through. Well, at some point in the middle of our working, we're going to have that equation that we've kind of focused on at the start of this week's work, which is y minus b equals mx minus a. And either of these points, it doesn't matter which one you use, either of these points could be your a and b values. But we do need to find that m. Now you'll recognize this from the table. This is exactly the processes that you were doing in the table. This is just about learning to lay them out in a full solution. So our m, and this is going back a week, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So just like you've been doing in the table, lay out our gradient. Now I would actually label my points x1, y1, x2, y2. Put those numbers in. So we've got 13 minus 7 over 2 take away 4. Work out what that gives us. Well, 13 take away 7 is 6. 2 take away 4 is minus 2. 6 divided by minus 2 is minus 3. So that's our first step, is find the gradient. And that is using our gradient formula here, m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So that is always our first step, is find the gradient. Then we need to sub it into our y minus b formula that we've been learning this week. So let's do that. We get y minus, now I said either point could be your a and b. I'm going to choose the first point. So we get y minus 7 equals minus 3 lots of x minus 4. Where's all that coming from? Well, my 7 is my y coordinate of one of my points. My 4 is my x coordinate of one of my points. And my minus 3 is the gradient that I calculated already. So each of those things just coming from somewhere in either the question or something we've done. Now we need to reorganize, like we've been doing this week. We're just expanding out this side. Minus 3 times x is minus 3x. Minus 3 times minus 4 is plus 12. We've got take away 7 here. Let's add 7 to both sides. So we get y equals minus 3x plus 19. And we're finished. That is our line equation. That is exactly what we're looking for, is a line equation of that form. So that's putting together lots of steps that we've done, particularly in the table task. All these steps were there, but this is now making it look like a formal maths answer rather than just leading you through each bit. So pause the video, have a go at the your turn, and then I'll run through that in a moment. Great, so let's have a go at this. And I'm going to lay this one out in a sort of more logical, just working down the page order. So first thing is gradient. And doing that, well, let's label up our points. So x1, y1, x2, y2. So y2 take away y1 is 16 take away 4. x2 take away x1 is 5 minus 1. Let's figure that out. 16 minus 4 is 12. 5 take away minus 1 is 6. 12 divided by 6 is 2. Now we write down our y minus b equals mx minus a. Just need to figure out what our things are. Well, there is our value for B. Here is our value for A. Here is our value for M. I meant to mention, and I did the first example, if you pick this point, you will get exactly the same final answer. You'll just have a slightly different working to get there. So we want y minus 4 equals 2 lots of x minus minus 1. Let's rearrange. So y minus 4 equals 2. And as I said earlier on in doing these examples, just do one thing at a time. Keep your head straight. So minus minus is a plus. Then expand our brackets. Then try and move this across by adding 4 to both sides. And there's our final answer, and we're done. So that gets us our line equation. So again, I've just given you a whole set of examples on this to try. The examples that I've given you to work away at are just 2 points, just like this, and quite a lot to just find the line equation. There are a few towards the end where your gradient will be a fraction. Then nothing changes there. You just need to, when you multiply this number by whatever the fraction is. So if we had a half, our answer here would be a half x plus a half. Okay, so when you get to the fraction ones, don't panic. You haven't necessarily done anything wrong. You just need to take your time and deal with the fraction by multiplying things by a fraction instead of a whole number.